The confirmed number of coronavirus cases in Los Angeles County comes to 1,249,560. The confirmed number of deaths comes to 24,480. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is 7,520, with total confirmed deaths at 220. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Rhiannon Trutanich. It's Tuesday, June 29th. Public health officials in Los Angeles County are strongly recommending that everyone, regardless of vaccination status, wear masks again. This announcement comes as the highly transmissible Delta variant continues to circulate throughout our region. It made up almost half of all variants sequenced in LA County in the week ending on June 12th. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says Delta variants are now responsible for 1 in every 5 new infections across the country. Public health officials say people should wear masks indoors in public places such as grocery or retail stores, theaters, family entertainment centers, and workplaces. Recent studies have shown that fully vaccinated people are very well protected from getting the Delta variants. For those who still haven't gotten vaccinated, the county's newest incentives include a chance to win season passes to Six Flags, the LA Zoo, the Natural History Museum, the La Brea Tar Pits, and ticket packs to the California Science Center. You can check out the LA Vaccination Sweepstakes page for official rules and participating site locations. A new study finds that the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines could provide protection for years. The research was published Monday in a peer-reviewed journal called Nature. Researchers from the Washington University School of Medicine studied 41 people who got the Pfizer vaccine and took a closer look at how their immune responses developed in the body. The vaccines were found to produce high levels of antibodies against 3 known variants of the coronavirus, including the Beta variant first detected in South Africa. Scientists found that the vaccines induced persistent production of antibodies and will likely provide long-lasting immunity. They say immune cells were still being produced in study participants after 15 weeks. Although this research only looked at those who had the Pfizer vaccine, experts predict similar outcomes with Moderna since it uses the same mRNA technology. Some of the participants previously had COVID-19 and their antibody levels rose more rapidly compared to others who had no prior exposure to the virus. Medical experts say this study suggests that the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines could protect people from the coronavirus for years, or at least against the existing variants. They also say boosters may still be necessary for some people, including older adults and those with weaker immune systems. But those booster shots would be variant-based and not due to decreasing immunity levels. Mixing COVID-19 vaccines may become a new trend overseas. A study led by Oxford University found that getting a dose of the AstraZeneca and the Pfizer vaccines generate a strong immune response. The vaccine shots were given 4 weeks apart, and researchers also tried administering them in a different order. While either sequence proved to be effective, taking AstraZeneca first, followed by Pfizer, led to the best results. Even better than the threshold set by the standard 2-dose schedule of just the AstraZeneca vaccine. Experts say the findings could provide much-needed flexibility to vaccination programs around the world, especially in countries that face vaccine supply difficulties. California is making a bold statement when it comes to traveling out of state for state-funded work. This week, it banned California employees from going to 5 more states that discriminate against members of the LGBTQ community. Arkansas, Florida, Montana, North Dakota, and West Virginia now make up a total of 17 states where state employee travel is forbidden except under limited circumstances. Attorney General Rob Bonta said, quote, "Make no mistake, we're in the midst of an unprecedented wave of bigotry and discrimination in this country, and the state of California is not going to support it." Lawmakers started to ban non-essential travel in 2016 to states with laws that discriminate against lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people. The other 12 states are Alabama, Idaho, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, North Carolina, Mississippi, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, and Texas. The 5 newly added states introduced bills in their legislatures this year preventing transgender girls and women from participating in school sports that is consistent with their gender identity, blocking their access to health care, and/or allowing other types of discrimination of the LGBTQ community. Examples of trips that can be blocked by California include out-of-state conferences or training. It's unknown how much of our state's operations will be affected at this time. United Airlines placed its biggest jet order yet, 270 new planes. The company is purchasing the aircrafts from Airbus and Boeing, betting on a more positive future after a challenging 2020. Last year, as you know, airlines were fighting to survive due to the pandemic, some having to furlough tens of thousands of workers. Travel experts say business and international flights are still down from pre-pandemic levels, but domestic leisure travel is bouncing back. The upcoming 4th of July holiday is expected to be the busiest travel weekend since the pandemic began. United estimates flying 2 million customers from Thursday to Tuesday. The airline did not say how much the new planes would cost, but it should be in the billions. A United official did share that it's something they've been working on for many years. The company also noted that this is the biggest jet purchase by any U.S. airline in the past decade. American Air bought 460 planes back in 2011. United plans to get 500 new jets over the next few years. Some will replace older planes, and the plan is to expand the total size of the fleet, which means more daily departures. Earlier this month, the airline also announced the purchase of its supersonic planes. It's the first U.S. airline to sign an agreement for the aircrafts that can reach destinations in half the time and operate on up to 100% sustainable aviation fuel. Those flights should start taking off from more than 500 destinations in 2029. The LA County Department of Public Health has been updating us regularly throughout the pandemic on all things COVID related, and now it's being recognized nationally for its work. Public Health earned 9 awards from the National Association of Counties, which honors innovative, effective county governments programs that strengthen services for residents. Public Health Director Dr. Barbara Ferrer says, in part, quote, "We are honored to be recognized by the National Association of Counties, as the public health workers in Los Angeles County are committed to providing the best support possible to keep our residents healthy." The 9 awards include recognition for the county's work with the African American community, its dedication to COVID-19 genome sequencing, and its ability to provide culturally appropriate translation during the pandemic. LA County was also recognized for 2 other programs related to COVID vaccine distribution and equity promotion. LA County's recognition comes from an organization that serves nearly 40,000 county elected officials and 3.6 million county employees. California renters will be protected for a little while longer if they're still struggling to pay. Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill on Monday that extends the state's eviction protections and provides rent relief to many who are unable to afford it. Tenants will be protected from evictions for another 3 months, and those with low incomes will have all of their past due rent paid by the state. Newsom's move comes after both houses of the legislature approved the bill extending the eviction protections through September 30th. The governor's office issued a statement saying California will significantly increase cash assistance to low-income tenants and small landlords under the state's $5.2 billion rent relief program, making it the largest and most comprehensive COVID rental protection and rent relief program of any state in the nation. This action doubles funding of the rent relief program and allows a full payment of low-income residents' past due rent that dates back to April of 2020 and until the expiration of the eviction protections, as long as funding is available. Catalytic converter theft is a growing problem across the country, including right here in our community, and the Torrance Police Department is fighting back. The Patrol and Detectives Divisions launched a directed enforcement operation to combat these crimes on June 7th, and so far officers have made 20 arrests. Police arrested suspects with stolen catalytic converters, as well as other stolen property such as burglary tools and evidence of other crimes such as identity theft and illegal narcotics. On a few incidents, officers found that the individuals they arrested are currently awaiting trial for other open cases for previous catalytic converter thefts. Police say these incidents typically happen late at night, and they thank community members for staying vigilant and alerting them as soon as they detect suspicious activities in their neighborhoods. Officers say they're sometimes able to apprehend the suspects because community members report the crimes while they're taking place. Information from the community also helped detectives on follow-up investigations. The Torrance Police Department continues to encourage everyone to stay alert with their slogan, "See something, say something." Torrance is one of the most ambitious and business-savvy cities in America. That's according to Verizon, which released a report this month showing where the most business-ready cities are in the U.S. Torrance ranked number 3, beating other Southern California hotspots, including Burbank, Carlsbad, and Thousand Oaks. The team at go.verizon.com used an original weighted scale and census data to filter all the information to create its top 15 list. They only looked at cities with a population of more than 100,000, and they closely studied 6 different factors: mean income, unemployment rate, education level, bachelor's degree and up, the number of business applications, the percent of population that starts a new business, and home ownership. They say Torrance had the lowest unemployment rate on their list at 2.5% and called our city a beachy paradise for business owners, where locals can also enjoy more than 30 public parks and white sand beaches. The only Southern California city to clinch a spot above us was West Covina, and Sugar Land, Texas, a suburb of Houston, was ranked number 1. The Torrance Public Library launches its new catalog tomorrow. It will allow greater access to both its electronic and print materials. Library officials plan to highlight their collections and programs so patrons can find information more quickly and effectively. During the transition, new users may apply for a library card by visiting their local branch. Cardholders may continue checking out materials. They can also return items, but they will not be removed from accounts until after the new system is up and running, most likely by July 3rd. Cardholders may pick up holds if they have been notified, and the ability to place a new hold request will be temporarily suspended through Saturday. For more information, you can contact the library staff at 310-618-5959. The Torrance City Council will not meet tonight. It is a previously scheduled dark night, and the next meeting will take place on Tuesday, July 13th. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. You can take part in thanking some of our brave men and women in the city of Torrance. The Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce will host a tribute for the Torrance Police and Fire tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Police Chief Jeremiah Hart and Fire Chief Martin Cerna will be at the Zoom event to share some remarks. You can register by going to torrancechamber.com/police-fire-tribute. Our police officers and firefighters have worked tirelessly around the clock throughout the pandemic to help keep us safe. We're thankful for their service and for their dedication to our city. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 today. We'll see you back here tomorrow as Christine Lee brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.